If you're over 60 and your sciatica keeps coming back no matter what you do, there is something your doctor has almost certainly never checked. Not a new exercise, not a stronger medication, a single mineral that controls how your nerves function and how your discs are built. Stay with me, because what you are about to learn changes the way you think about chronic pain entirely. I am Dr. Joseph, and today I am going to show you the hidden connection between copper deficiency and recurring sciatica in people over 60. This is not a theory. This is documented in peer-reviewed neurology literature, and it is almost never discussed in a standard medical appointment. Let me start with Raymond. Raymond is 71 years old, and he came to see me after 3 full years of recurring sciatica, 3 years of stretching every morning, 3 years of anti-inflammatories, physiotherapy sessions, and 1 cortisone injection that helped for exactly 4 weeks. Every time he improved, the pain came back. That burning sensation running from his lower back down through his leg. That deep ache that made sleeping feel impossible. His MRI showed a mild disc bulge. His doctor told him it was age, and that he needed to learn to live with it. When I reviewed his complete blood panel, I found something unexpected. His copper levels were abnormally low. And once I started looking at the research connecting copper to nerve health and disc integrity, everything about Raymond's case made sense. Before we go further, I want to ask you something directly. How long have you been dealing with sciatica? Months or years? What have you already tried? Leave your answer in the comments below, because I read every single one. If this video is giving you something useful, click the like button right now, because that one action helps this reach someone else who has been suffering in silence and deserves to hear this. And if you want to receive this kind of content every week, content built specifically for people over 60 who want real answers about their health, subscribe to Dr. Joseph and hit the bell so you never miss an episode. Now let us get back to what is actually happening inside your body. The sciatic nerve is the largest and longest nerve in the human body. Where it exits your lower spine, it is roughly the width of your thumb. It is formed by 5 nerve roots that merge into one powerful pathway running down through your buttock, the back of your thigh, and all the way to your foot. In most cases, sciatica is triggered by a problem with the intervertebral disc. Think of that disc like a jelly donut. It has a firm outer layer and a soft, gel-like center. When the outer layer weakens, the inner gel pushes outward and presses against the nerve roots that form the sciatic nerve. That pressure is what creates the burning, the numbness, the shooting pain, and that deep, constant irritation that follows you through every part of your day. Now here is the question almost no one asks. Why does that outer layer weaken in the first place? Everyone focuses on the herniation, the bulge, the compression. Almost no one goes one step further and asks why the disc lost its structural strength. And that is exactly where copper becomes critical. The outer layer of your intervertebral disc is made of approximately 75% collagen. Collagen is the structural protein that holds your body together. It is the framework of your discs, your tendons, your ligaments, and your skin. Without strong collagen, these structures lose their ability to resist pressure and stress. Now here's the key point. Your body cannot build strong collagen without an enzyme called lysyl oxidase. This enzyme creates the cross-links that make collagen fibers tight, resilient, and durable. And lysyl oxidase cannot function without one specific cofactor: copper. Without enough copper, your body produces collagen that is structurally weak. It looks like collagen, but it cannot handle the mechanical load of daily movement and gravity. The first places this shows up are the structures under the most consistent stress: your intervertebral discs. Think of it like tire rubber. If the material used to build the tire is defective, no amount of careful driving prevents a blowout. The material itself has to be right. No stretching routine in the world can rebuild a disc made from defective collagen. You have to address the raw material. And that raw material depends on copper. But copper does not stop at collagen. It plays a direct role inside the nervous system itself. Copper is a cofactor for cytochrome C oxidase, an enzyme that drives energy production inside nerve cells. Without adequate copper, your nerve cells literally cannot generate the energy they need to function properly. Copper is also involved in maintaining the myelin sheath, the protective coating that surrounds your nerves. When that sheath is compromised, nerves become hypersensitive and fire pain signals even under minor compression. So here is what happens when copper is low. Your disc outer layer weakens because collagen production is impaired. The disc bulges more easily and presses on the nerve root. At the same time, that nerve root is more vulnerable because its protective sheath is degraded and its energy supply is reduced. A weaker disc pressing against a more sensitive nerve. That is the combination that creates chronic, recurring, treatment-resistant sciatica. There is even a documented medical condition called copper deficiency myeloneuropathy. It is a combined injury to the spinal cord and peripheral nerves caused specifically by insufficient copper. Symptoms include nerve pain, burning sensations, numbness, and muscle weakness. It is published in established neurology journals. And it is chronically underdiagnosed because most physicians simply never test copper in a patient presenting with back and nerve pain. So, how does a person become copper deficient? The answer will likely surprise you because the causes are extremely common in people over 60. First, diet. Copper is found primarily in organ meats like liver, in shellfish like oysters, and in certain nuts and seeds. These are food most people eat rarely or never. Second, excess zinc supplementation. Many people take zinc for immune support, especially since the pandemic. But zinc and copper compete for the same absorption pathways. Taking zinc without copper creates an imbalance that gradually depletes copper stores. This is one of the most common and most overlooked causes of copper deficiency. Third, proton pump inhibitors. These are the medications taken daily for acid reflux. They reduce stomach acid, which is essential for mineral absorption. Millions of older adults take these medications for years without anyone ever checking their copper levels. Fourth, excess iron supplementation. High doses of iron can interfere with copper absorption. If you are taking iron without medical supervision, you may be unknowingly depleting your copper. Fifth, chronic stress. Cortisol accelerates mineral metabolism. Prolonged periods of high stress can gradually drain your copper reserves. Sixth, high-dose vitamin C in synthetic form. Doses of 2 to 4 grams of ascorbic acid daily can reduce copper absorption. This is paradoxical because vitamin C is also needed for collagen production. But synthetic vitamin C at high doses creates a competition that works against copper. Seventh, aging itself. After 60, stomach acid production naturally declines and the gut's ability to absorb minerals decreases. Decades of small shortfalls accumulate into a measurable deficiency. When I went through this list with Raymond, he identified 4 out of 7 risk factors. He had been taking a proton pump inhibitor for 5 years. He was supplementing with zinc and no copper. He never ate liver or shellfish. And he had been under chronic emotional stress since losing his wife. 4 factors, each one enough to contribute. All 4 together almost guaranteed a deficiency. Your body also sends signals when copper is low. Signals that most people never connect to a mineral. Hair going grey faster than expected because copper is required for melanin production. Unexplained chronic fatigue because copper drives cellular energy production. Frequent infections because copper supports immune function. Anemia that does not respond to iron because copper is needed to use iron properly in red blood cell production. Recurring tendon injuries or joint problems because all of these structures depend on collagen quality. Raymond had 3 of these signs alongside his sciatica: fatigue, rapid graying, and a history of tendinitis that no one had ever linked to a mineral deficiency. Here is what to do if you suspect copper is part of your picture. Start with food. Beef liver 2 times per week is by far the richest source, with approximately 14 milligrams per 100 grams. Oysters provide around 5 milligrams per serving. Cashews provide roughly 2 milligrams per 100 grams. Dark chocolate with high cocoa content is another useful source. If diet alone is not enough, consider supplementation. The recommended daily intake is approximately 0.9 milligrams per day. The safe upper limit is 10 milligrams per day. A reasonable starting dose is 2 milligrams daily with a meal, increasing to 4 milligrams if well tolerated and if confirmed deficient. Do not exceed this without medical supervision because excess copper is toxic to the liver. The best absorbed forms are copper bisglycinate and copper gluconate. If you take zinc, space it at least 2 hours apart from copper and aim for a ratio of roughly 10 milligrams of zinc for every 1 milligram of copper. Finally, ask your doctor to test your serum copper and ceruloplasmin levels at your next blood draw. These two markers together give a complete picture of your copper status. It is a simple test that is rarely ordered for sciatica patients, and it can change everything. With Raymond, we corrected all 4 risk factors. We discussed with his physician whether his proton pump inhibitor was still necessary. We rebalanced his zinc and copper supplementation. We added liver and shellfish to his meals twice a week. And we kept his daily stretching routine in place. After 6 weeks, the frequency of his episodes began to drop. After 3 months, the improvement was significant. Episodes were less frequent, shorter in duration, and less intense. Between episodes, he was walking without pain and sleeping through the night. Is he completely healed? Not yet. Collagen repair and nerve regeneration take time, measured in months rather than weeks. But the direction has changed. Instead of gradual deterioration year after year, his body is now rebuilding. And that is the difference between treating symptoms and treating the cause. Here is your action plan. Count your copper deficiency risk factors from the list we covered today. If you have 2 or more, your copper deserves attention. Ask your doctor to test serum copper and ceruloplasmin at your next appointment. Increase copper-rich foods in your diet starting this week. If your doctor confirms a deficiency, discuss supplementation with copper bisglycinate at 2 to 4 milligrams daily. Keep your stretching and physiotherapy going because copper rebuilds the structure while movement relieves the pressure. And give the process time, at least 2 to 3 months before expecting full results. If someone you know has been struggling with sciatica for years and nothing has worked, share this with them. The missing piece in their recovery could be something as simple as a mineral no one thought to check. I am Dr. Joseph, and I will see you in the next video.